I just came to show you guys how you can read very fast via Netflix right here. I'll click on the Kim Kardashians. I'll go over here and I'll press on this film here. And now we're going to watch a film. And this is how I watch all my films. So you have to understand, I never read start to finish. You have to understand, I realize I do this. I go right here. I make sure that this nice beautiful thumbnail comes up. See the thumbnail? You now see this. You see how I get to read all the images of what's going on in the film. You have to understand that in the film, inside the images over here, you have to understand that each image paints 1,000 words. You can now see how I speed read 10 seasons of Friends or 4 seasons of Kim Kardashians really fast. And the audio, I never really care about the audio, because what I care about is to see how the people are reacting inside of this beautiful scenery. So what I do is I do that, and then I go into the next one, and I just press. You can see already the red marks over here, which means that I already watched it. I already watched 4 seasons within a day. I realized that I watched 4 seasons of Kim Kardashians within 1 hour of doing this. And I just picked up the images of the whole seasons, of everything that happened. I could see by the image. You see this? You can see already that I don't have to see or read in terms of the audio and the words about what they're saying, because they're not really self-educational and they're not going to teach anything, because what they teach in the reality TV shows or any type of movies or TV shows is stupidity, and they don't teach you much self-education in business. You have to understand. Although what they do teach is how they react and how they act in the film and how they react to each other and how the people are and all of that. I pick up a nice beautiful EQ method here to go and read basically the body language of all the people, and because of that I get smarter. So for example, when I go to any movie or anything where I may hear a movie is coming out, I just wait for it to come out on Netflix, because I never wait, although I make sure to just go do what's more effective, because I never wait. You have to understand. I do something that's really productive. So what is that? I make sure that it comes out onto Netflix, and then I just make sure I go into the Michael Jordan series over here. You have to understand that I don't know what's happening in the film here. I don't know what's going to happen, although I will check it out here. I see now he's playing basketball. I understand he's got the trophies. I understand what's going on. I don't need the background of the information about it. I can see the images, and it teaches me everything about what's going on. You understand? I mean, I see that he's backed up by other people. I realize that other people are talking about him too. I see that's Michael Jordan now. I see other people supporting Michael Jordan. I understand he has a career. I understand other people around him and all of that. I understand I don't have to read the audio to understand Michael Jordan. You have to understand. I can see how he lives life by just reading the images. I realize that when you go, for example, and you read another film, you can go World War, for example. You may be interested in what happened in World War One and Two. I mean, you got here on Netflix, you can just watch the images of the past. You don't need to read the information about it. You've already heard about what happened. I mean, when it's a war, I mean, you have to understand that it's the worst thing that can happen, and that's it. I mean, that's the full understanding of the World War One and Two, is that it's negative, and that's it. You don't need anything. You don't need any more information about that. I mean, what you need is just the images of what happened in the World War. This is, that's value. I mean, words cannot describe these images. You have to see the images first. You understand? Because words don't describe images. I can promise you that images describe words. I can say here that it's nice and beautiful in terms of the lifestyle, although no, it's not at all beautiful. You have to understand that this is a time where it's a Great Depression and you can see people are wearing these clothing and all of that. Although you can describe the image, I promise you, although the image can describe everything. You understand? So you already see how much images I can see within 1 hour. just doing this. I'll give $10 a month to just do this. I realize. I see Hitler right there. You understand? I mean, no words can describe how Hitler looks like. I realize that you have to go and read your books, and your books are also your films. You have to understand your films and TV shows. You see Prison Break. You see, this is all a book of images. I mean, I don't care about the audio in this. I don't care about the audio. I mean, what's this going to teach me over here? I mean, Homeland. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I mean, Real Housewives. I mean, what this is going to teach me here, I promise you, I already have to watch it. You have to understand that this is going to teach me about how women around men. I mean, this is going to show me the images of how the women react toward their woman and also their men. And how are they bonding together and who's smiling and who's in the film. You see? Now, this teaches me bonding, and this teaches me something about life. I mean, just this. I mean, I see how they live. I see what they eat. I see how they dress. I see how they're doing life. You understand? I don't care about the audio, because in the audio, I promise you, it's all drama in Desperate Housewives. I don't care about drama. I care about the images. I see it's all positive though. You understand? I see it's all positive. I understand the Great War and the Great Depression and all that in terms of the World War II and One is just images of the time back then. I mean, that's value. You understand? I mean, you don't need the information about it. You can already see that Desperate Housewives is a negative show. I will promise you it's a negative show in audio. I promise you it's not going to teach you anything about business, and it's not going to teach you anything about life. I promise you the audio will not teach you anything. You have to understand. Although, I will promise you that the images of all of this will teach you something. You understand? So, you have a full dictionary of nice, beautiful films over here where you can go and watch action films. You can go and see The Castaway, for example. You can see Gladiator. You can see all these beautiful films I've never watched. Although, guess what? I just have to click on the Unbroken film over here and I can watch it. I can just play over here. I play it. I don't even have to download it. I don't even have to download it into my phone anymore, because I just download the PDF in terms of the image. And I just watch the image, because I don't care about the 2-hour film. You can see it's 2 hours long. I don't care about that. I watch it in 1 minute. I mean, what's it going to teach me? You have to understand, I just go to Jesus for all my information. I just hold on, I hold and press on the film right here. I press until the thumbnail comes up. You see, the thumbnail comes up. You just have to hold on to the nice cursor over here, and then it's going to come up eventually. So just be aware of that. And then here we go. See, you can see it starts off action. You can see people, you can see kids over here. You can see they're running, you can see the time, you can see the structure, you can see the setting. You can see how they set it all up. You can see how they're acting toward each other. You see he's saying to help people. You can see how people are. You can see the acting. See? You can see it's a beautiful film. You understand? I mean, it's a beautiful film. I mean, it will get you going. I mean, it's action. You have to understand, it's going to keep you anticipated throughout the film. You can see it's interesting. You understand? I mean, you can understand the reactions. You can understand how people are bonding together in the film. I mean, that's what matters. I mean, words are not going to teach you that. You understand? I mean, words are not going to teach you how to do that. I mean, what teaches you that is the body language. And that's the body awareness. So what we're doing here is you're understanding now that I'm doing body awareness scanning. So I'm just scanning for body language of the actual film. I'm scanning for the background of the film, which is the body language. You have to understand the background is also the audio and the writing in the film. Although in Netflix, I need you to understand that it's just about the visuals. I need you to understand that when I go and I read from my mentors who are actually audio based and video based and information based. I mean, they're all three. I mean, you need to have the writing, you need to have the audio, and you need to have how they do it in terms of the visual also. I promise you that's called business. I promise you this over here, I promise you this is level 1 business. I promise you this will teach you everything about level 1 in terms of it will teach you the quality of the images, of the screens, and how they do it, and how people react, and how people organize themselves. You understand? I need to understand that when I do this, I just go through all the seasons of Friends. I go through all the seasons of every show. and I just max it out as much as I can so I can get all this experience. Because when you understand that we just watched a film already, I mean, we watch this, I mean, every time we watch a film, you grab an experience. You see, you're experiencing something here. You see, you have a nice experience. I mean, you don't have to wait 2 hours to watch it. You see how long the film is? See, it's 2 hours long. I watch it in 1 minute. You see, by the time they watch 2 hours of it, I've already watched it. I don't care about the audio because I go to Jesus for the audio. You understand? I care about growth. I don't care about reading from some people who cannot grow me. You understand? I care about Jesus because you have to understand that all the information in the world that you ever have comes from Jesus. You have to understand that the film's audio does not matter. I don't care about the music in the film. You understand? I've got my own music to listen to already. You understand? I picked out my music that I listen to and I just go listen to that. I don't care about their music. I don't have to listen to their music. You see that? It's a beautiful film and it teaches you something about the film. I learned a massive amount through those images. You have to understand that is how I read today. So make sure you understand that, guys. Whatever you're doing today, you have to understand that whatever you're doing today is you sign up to Netflix or Amazon Prime today or YouTube. You can do the same thing on YouTube and just go browse images. You will learn so much about emotional quotients or emotional intelligence and just go nuts about it because it's the best self-education in the planet. I'll see you guys in the next video.